Hello, everyone. My name is Cesar Augusto Suarez Bueno. I'm a student of the Bachelor of Foreign Language Teaching in UNAT University. So today we are going to talk about the bilingual education in Colombia. How does it build tolerance or just jobs? We are going to explore the Spanish and English bilingualism versus minority languages. So let's start with the presentation. What's this all about? What's this all about? So in this part, we're going to talk that Spanish and English bilingualism is popular and cool in Colombia because this relationship is well known as a success work because if you are bilingual in English and in Spanish, you can get a good job, earn a lot of money, and you can travel around the world. But what about the indigenous languages? Those languages here in Colombia are ignored because those languages are related to poverty, to bad work offers, and this is the bad part of the country that the people doesn't care about those languages. In this part, I have a question: Is bilingual education making us tolerant or just richer? I want you to answer in your home, in your world, wherever you are, this question. I think we are just focused in job, in get richer, and we are avoiding the cultural um, teaching and the cultural stuff. Why English gets spotlight? As we were talking before, English is visible because uh, it's always focused to get jobs in a globally way. So you can travel around the world, and English is the second language in many countries. So this make the people get attractive to and specific works that need to communicate with other people around the world. Instead, the minority languages, example Palanquero, or indigenous languages in Mitu, for example, in Bopes, Bichada, Amazonas, Putumayo, because they are related to poor people, to people who doesn't have any opportunity in a job life. So that is the reason, because that is the reason that those native languages are not attractive for students to to learn and to get involved for that languages. In my opinion, that is a unfair because once languages need to have the same value, and here is just once have the values and another no, doesn't have the value, and we need to change that. We need it to change because all the languages around the world have to have the same value and the same importance for the cultural life. In this part, what's happening in schools? If we talk about this topic, in Colombia, programs like the National Bilingual program, uh, created for the Colombia government, and this program was released in 2004 until 2018, were all about teaching English to Spanish speakers. But why? That happened because the government made us competitive globally. That government wanted the 40 percentage of high school grades, sorry, to hit an intermediate English level by 2014. But spoiler alert, that didn't happen. I read in Ana Marie de Mejia's work that the focus of this program was only jobs, not really on understanding other cultures and other people. That is the reason the English is seen as the key of the success around the world. While native languages here in Colombia, uh, always are getting pushed aside. They are always uh, hide in the back part of the Colombian laws. To me, it feels like we are picking winners and losers based off what makes cash, not what builds better society, and that is really really bad for us, for how Colombian people. Sorry, the goddess of tolerance potential. In this part, we can talk that cultural openness. Learning English or any language could open minds to other culture. That is so true. It's a fact. If you learned any language, always focus in trying to learn that language surrounded the cultural life. You can open your mind in that culture. In this part, we can talk about a successful model that in a college called Colegio Alemán in Medellin. They teach German, English, and Spanish, and they try to mix the local culture with the foreign culture that make the student feel good vibes. For example, in this part, I had a friend that learned English, and she always says that she loves Canadian holidays because she learned English around these cultural situations, and that makes her open her eyes, and she felt so comfortable and so confident in learning English in that way. Those problems that we need to solve. Those problems that we need to solve. The first one, talking about tolerance, many textbooks in foreign countries, for example, United Kingdom, those textbooks shows Colombian as a violent country, no tolerant with just bad situations like guerrilla drugs, etc. So that is an important point that we need to attack to change because that is not true. No, all Colombian people are so bad. Limit training. This part we have a trouble with teachers because mostly of the teachers are focused on only teach uh, grammar, listening, vocabulary, and no more. They are not focused in teaching in a cultural way. So we need to train those teachers to learn how to teach English in a cultural way. Finally, the language extinction. The public schools focus on English, but they forget the indigenous languages. And so we need to mix and try to make more important our native languages and try to insert that language in our curriculum in order to teach those cultural um languages, learn more about our own people, and rise a new country with multicultural languages. What's actually happening? We have just an elite education that can get this idea that we need to to spread to all the education and all the schools. That is the to mix the languages and mix the culture in order to make good vibes. Actually, the public school means that English is just for work, not understanding, and we need to change that. We need to focus our teaching in different languages to make a good experience based on cultural situations, cultural lives, and real lives in those countries. In this part, so Colombia government have a plan with by the Ministry of Culture, and that is protected 68 native languages. That is awesome, but they those languages are still dying out. So we need to continue work in order to make more training, to make more cultural classrooms, and improve our culture and languages at the same level that we have the Spanish and English bilingualism. Finally, what is the finally um, what is the verdict? What's the verdict? We have a dream. I know many people here in Colombia have the same dream. That we need. We want to see Colombia richer in understanding, with tolerant, with a social, uh, with empathic society, trying to solve find a solution that is trained the teachers value all languages, that the government make rules and laws that allow us the people, the teachers, the education to improve our cultural education, our cultural language, and change the reality that right now is no much tolerance, mostly jobs. We have to change it to be a more empathic and tolerant people, and thinking culturally in a culturally way and not just in money. So that is all. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you soon. Bye.